Although there's no traction on there at all. But please, if you guys could like, share, comment, and subscribe. We are at 392 subscribers on YouTube. We are so close to 400, and being so close to 400, super close to 1,000, and the goal is 1,000. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate it. And there seems to be a lot
Do
of,
all the things, please.
no, literally do all of the things. And there seems to be a little bit confusion of what is today. So we usually do a wake and bake session for the most part, every morning. So I wanted to officialize, I guess that's not even probably the word that I'm looking for, but I wanted to put one like on the calendar. And I figured that Sunday morning was like a good time to just like, like vibe out. I know that people aren't going to come like here Sunday mornings, but I figured it would be a good time to connect. If you do have any of your own personal cards, I just started my card journey, so I feel like this will be a good way for me to practice, and to familiarize myself with the cards and the meanings and all of that, and just adapt to the cards. So I feel like if I force myself to sit down with them, with you, I am making myself practice. So it's okay that there's no one here. I needed to do this anyways. So, the 3 decks that I have inherited. So,
I'm here.
what'd you say? What?
Said I'm here.
Oh, I'm weak. No, I know you're here. It's funny though too, because as soon as I was about to like log on to everything, called me. Like, ma'am, why are you on 1,000? And it doesn't help that I'm like around the moon right now. So there's that. And I haven't had real coffee.
Yeah, I get it.
Here sipping on fucking decaf, and I want a fucking real coffee.
Yeah,
So there's that in my imagination.
there's that.
So I guess the questions that we can ask are: what energy is surrounding me today? What truth am I avoiding that needs to be honored? Where am I being asked to release and reset? What needs to be stirred into my cup today to nourish my spirit? And what message does my higher self want me to carry into the world today? At first I was just gonna do oh, I should probably post these questions in the comments.
I wonder if that'll. Yeah, it does come up. Hey, it does come up on YouTube. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. I could even get fancy and did I pin it? No, I start it. Can I add to the broadcast? I can. Alrighty, so just take a moment to reflect on which of these prompts, like, or questions rather, landed the hardest, and then that one's the one that you can like trail with for the day, or for the session, I guess you can say. But at first, I was just gonna pull from one deck, but I think that I should pull one from each, and I just need to get in the habit of just using all 3, since I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they all coincide.
Okay.
Um, and I think I'll do it in the.
Go with those feelings, girl. I told you that.
Yeah, you definitely did. I will go in the order in which I found them. So, yeah. So the first one is the Ascended Masters, and this is the one that we found at the thrift store. I really need to figure out a
We
better.
need to go back to that thrift store, Janice.
Yeah, we do. Are you on YouTube? Do I have a cord in the middle of the thing on YouTube? Oh, I'm
I
weak.
am on YouTube.
Not YouTube, I meant TikTok. And no, it's not. It's a.
Oh, okay, hang on.
No, it's okay. I found it. I figured it out. It's just a comment thing. That's like in the middle of the that's in the middle of the screen. But no, so the Ascended Masters, actually, Sam, we were together. We found this one at the thrift store, and it was just like for me, truthfully. It was 50 cents. It was literally just on the thing after we had heard Ricky's voice. So this was the first deck that I've put my hands on and then obtained the Ascended Masters. So we'll start with that, and then since I am a noob, we can learn the cards together. So I'll read the description off of the guide that they give in each of the decks. Talk about it, go forth, be merry, prosper. Yeah, I don't know. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not for you, that's fine. We're just trying to see. We are just trying to see. I think I like the what truth am I being, or what truth am I avoiding that needs to be honored.
Yeah. I'm pulling one for each of them.
Oh, I like that too. Okay, now I can. I'm weak. Yesterday when Tisha was like, "It looks like you're lighting sage." Yeah, it's cinnamon. It is cinnamon.
It's even better smelling anyway.
You ain't lie. And I like how it like the smoke trails out of the little hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm weak.
Oh, hello. What?
As I'm like, how is she calling? My sister, I'm on live. Hold on, I gotta go back.
Texted you back.
Huh? What?
Girl, I was talking to Anthony. He told me Maverick needs booby.
Oh, Deb.
Right? I guess I'll keep watching from YouTube.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
I'm weak. Does everyone have their shit? Hey, Elle, how are you? That little face, Ricky. What's that little face? Is that you saying you're in attendance? I appreciate everyone. I probably do need to see what energy is surrounding me though today because I woke up. Well, no, I woke up in a pretty good mood. So we won't. I'm good. I am trying to figure out my life. You just miss Sam. Literally that part too. Meh, meh, meh. Okay, so what I pulled was Work Your Magic. So this is Saint Germain. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like kind of. But that's really funny. What energy is surrounding you? Pure magic. Mm, what truth am I? And that's funny because what truth am I avoiding that needs to be honored? Work your magic. Let's see. Okay. You have the power to resolve the situation you're inquiring about. This card signifies your untapped magical abilities, which you've used successfully in the past. Pull these abilities out of storage and then use them to work your magic now. Your clear and focused intentions, positive expectations, prayers, decrees, and actions step all create the healings and manifestations you desire. Additional meanings for this card: decide clearly what you will and won't accept in the situation, as your clarity will bring immediate results. Have steady faith in a positive outcome. Study alchemy and manifestation principles. Saint Germain isn't a Catholic saint, but a count from the French region and called Saint Germain. He is known for the wonderment of he is known as the wonderment of Europe during his lifetime in the early 1700s. Saint Germain was renowned for his magical abilities to give gems and fountain of youth like elixirs to his many friends. He was a virtuoso, virtuous? That's not virtuous. What the hell is virtuoso? Musician and linguistic who was beloved by royalty and blue collar workers alike. Saint Germain helps light workers who wish to work towards world peace and bring out integrity and honesty in governmental and other systems. That's crazy, governmental and other systems, because the world is fucking chaotic right now, and the garden chat literally talks about that all the time. So there is that. A very good. I didn't realize that he would. Well, no, honestly, I've never work your magic, sing your song, use your voice, don't hold back. Stand in your power. That's crazy. That's literally everything that we've. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna keep. So I'll keep this out though, because at the end I'll take a picture and then do a little reflection. Oh, so I've also been doing like blog reflection posts. So if you missed a live, that I feel was pretty significant, you can check on the website under Goddess Notes, and then there's like a section of well, not all of, but most of the important things that I feel like we've touched on since we've started it, and that started after Ricky's summer solstice, and that's available on the website as well for $5.55. It's a pre-recorded. We'll send you the link. It's not public on YouTube. But once you send once you send that payment, I'll send you the link. That way you can tune in on that meditation, and the part 2 ritual for that will be on, I think, Ricky, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's the 19th. I don't have the calendar pulled up, but I think it's July 19th for the part 2. and that ticket is 11.11. And if you're a member subscribed, you get 50% off. So you just have to put in members only at checkout to get that promo. Work your magic. Let's see. Rock your body. Come on, come on, rock your body. Rock your body. Come on, come on, rock your body. Rock your body. And you know what's crazy? What, 19th? 1 plus 9 is 10? I didn't even do that intentionally either. Dude, everything is so soon. The 14th is creeping up too. Yeah. Rock your body. Come on, come on, rock your body. Rock your body. Rock your body, work your magic, work, 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 work. Rihanna. Ah, Queen Nefertiti, Alchemy. I'm weak. Hi, Sam, on the Book of Face a book. Okay, so Sam, you just tuned in. So the first card that I picked from, the Alchemy, that's a lie. From the Ascended Masters deck was Work Your Magic, and then Work, 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 Work had flowed right before I picked this, which is Queen Nefertiti, and it's Alchemy. And I feel like that. Even the way she's standing, she's just like. Ooh, Nefertiti. What? Let's see. What? Let's see. 38. Really? We can add that to the broadcast. No, I see what you meant. I understand. That's crazy. So let's see what Nefertiti has to say. Rock your body. Work, 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 work. Okay, so goddess of alchemy, Egypt. She's the temple of queens, element fire. Nefertiti was a legendary Egyptian queen whose name means beauty has come. Celebrated as a goddess and her husband's equal, Queen Nefertiti led a spiritual revolution, worshipping Aten, the sun god. It is time. You turn everything that life throws your way into gold. You're on the path to fulfilling your purpose. You are an alchemist. You have the power to bend universal energy. Dare to transmute, lead into gold by shifting from fear to love. Everything you desire exists in some form of loving energy. Match this frequency. See it in your mind's eye set first. Imagine it. I am loved fully. What does it look like, taste, and smell? Like to be loved unconditionally. I am healthy and happy. See it. I am a money magnet. What does it feel like? The goddess declaration, everything I touch turns into gold. Mm. Ooh, and book club is tomorrow. Book club is tomorrow. Book club. Okay, and then the third deck. The Faces of Oshun. Mm. Yes, book club is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here in the garden for it'll be the third episode of book club. Well, the revised book club, because we had started this a while ago. Honestly, like a year ago. And I kind of fell off. That's fine. It just wasn't the time for it. Did anyone hear about the recent situation at Lake Lanier? I think there were like 5 people this past weekend that had died on that lake again. I don't know what that brings a toll for the year, but I feel like that might be 6 or 7 for the season so far. Which is crazy. Absolutely insane. But there was this TikToker that I saw this morning, actually before I before I went live, that was kind of playing on people, and they were like, "Oh, if you want to know the practice, go to Lake Lanier at 12 o'clock p.m." And then they had this guy was like, call on 2 people, and then they were like, and then after that, you're gonna see this lady of the water named Mama Wada. And I was like, wait, that was the first card that I had pulled off of the African Goddess Rising. And aside from all of like the water, the way that, and I know that he was just being an asshole to like the people, but that like actually helped me. It kind of connected, because it was just like, if you want to know, like, I don't know, something, I just gotta look into Mama Wata. So that's honestly what I should probably do after I pull this one, now that I'm thinking heavy about it. I don't remember what other books over there. That's actually probably what I really should do. $28. Oshun of boundaries, cord cutting, energetic balance, and liberation. The blue again. Her hair is blue. her hair is blue, and Queen Nefertiti's her crown is blue. A week. I should probably hold on. I could show these better. That's not what I meant to do at all. The camera is what I meant to switch. Fuck. And this is just as blurry. Okay, that's a little better. So there's this one. This is the one that I just pulled. You can't even really see it. And that's the second. Um, okay. Oh shoot. Goddess of the Ricky. There goes 10 again. Oh, Sam too. Sam's in here. There goes 10 again. Ocean of boundaries. Super, super pretty and so detailed. There's like gold roses everywhere. There's mad gold roses. Let's see. Okay. Ocean of boundaries, cord cutting, energetic balance, liberation. I honor my feelings and respect myself. Initiation of rivers. Setting and upholding boundaries can be challenging, especially if you're a people pleaser or a peacekeeper. But it's not your responsibility to manage other people's feelings or expectations at the expense of your own well being. What to do now? Take a deep breath. Where do you need to establish or reinforce boundaries in your life? Is it your own personal relationships, your work, your own self care routines? Allow this goddess to empower you to say no when necessary and to say yes when prioritizing your own needs. Without boundaries, your life can spiral into chaos and your relationships may be strained. Boundaries aren't walls to keep people out, they're tools to create space for authenticity, respect, and healthy connections. It's time to draw those lines and reclaim your personal power. Honoring your boundaries is an act of self-love, so dare to embrace boundaries and make the choice to make the choice to prioritize yourself. Your future self will thank you for it. Her story: times were hard and Oshun fell into poverty, but she refused to appear broken. She just had one white dress she washed daily in the river. Over time, the repeated washing and the effects of the sun changed the dress to a golden yellow. The color became synonymous with Oshun. She can turn something plain or worn out into something beautiful and radiant. Healing ritual: close your eyes, take deep breaths, and visualize the cords of energetic attachments that bind you to individuals or situations where boundaries have been lacking. When you're ready, envision the cords being gently severed with a pair of golden scissors. As you do this, feel the energetic release and affirm your commitment to healthier boundaries. Work, 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 work. What is that song? I've got the power. mm, mm. I said I was gonna look up the Mama Wata. Mama Wata. Let's see. Okay. So that's the depiction of Mama Wata. Mama Wata. Mama Wata's message. I don't even know how to pronounce this, but Maki, I think, maybe. Look who it is, my girl. What a grand day to be unapologetically you. The water only drinks your reflection. The water only sees your true face. Hide no more. Be naked, emotionally naked. Mama Wata Mama Wata's story. I don't know why that ended. Um, Great goddess, Mama Water, keeper of mysteries, we see you, we say your name. The mermaid goddess is ancient. The oldest art in the world is the rock paintings created thousands of years ago by the Kashan people in South Africa and Botswana. The drawings show Sagnamous healers with magical half-human creatures, including mermaids. Mummy Water has been there. Mummy Water is known as the mother of the water throughout West Africa, Southern Africa, Central Africa, and beyond. Mummy Water is and her sisters, Mama Water and her sisters are said to have lived in the Ikuba River in the Benin City, Nigeria. Her origins are also claimed by the Benin, Togo, and Ghana. Folks mistakenly honor her as an Orisha, which is fine, but she's not an Orisha. She is, in fact, her own python, venerated through many traditions. Mami Water has one of the most devoted, active followings worldwide. She exudes growth energy, and her story is told through diverse cultures. Warning: the energy of a water spirit or deity is never passive. As a water queen, Mama Water had great influence over the emotions of her devotees. We spent the first 9 months of our lives safely floating in water. To be a Mommy Water initiate is not a light commitment. Pledging to Mommy Water requires you to be honest about who you are and how you show up. Being Mommy Water's devotee requires you to live and speak in your truth. She gifts her followers with a clairvoyance and healing powers. My parents didn't talk about Mama Water, but they told us about the Water Mama and Fair Maid. Her name shifted when she reached the shores of South America. I thought I was taught that a siren call of Wata Mama was to be feared. She had the power to abduct anyone she wanted. In West Africa, everyone knows someone whose cousin heard of the water spirit abduction. I wonder if the fear of water abduction came before or after the Mafia Middle Passage. In my parents' country, Mama Water worship was illegal. The Mine Mama or the Water Mama veneration dance was persecuted when the country was named British Guiana or Ghana. That's not Ghana. I don't know. There was even a case of 1819 of them blaming the death of a woman having unwillingly participated in the water dance. The ancestors worshipped Mommy Water by dancing, so the enslavers believed that if they stopped the dancing, they would stop her worship. It was then seen part as OB, which the colonizers feared could lead to the uprisings by the enslaved people. They had a good reason to fear uprisings and revolutions in Haiti, Jamaica, St. Vincent, South Carolina, the in the Guianas, what the hell, Guyanese? How would you pronounce that? And many other places had other priests and priestesses at their forefront. In the 1740s, one of the colonizers just put over the border of the Dutch Guyana, now Suriname, wrote, "It sometimes happens that one or the other black slaves either imagines truthfully or out of rascality pretends to have seen and heard apparitions of ghosts, which they call Water Mama, which the ghosts have ordered them to not work and on such day, but then to spend it as a holy day for offering with the blood of a white hen to sprinkle this at the waterside. More of that monkey business." Yes, mummy. So in the 1770s, the colonial authorities and the Dutch had passed laws banning Mama Water. They cited the Water Mama and similar slave dances had dangerous effects. They also noted that enslaved people who are brought here under the name of Odua slaves have introduced certain devilish practices in their dancing, which they have transposed onto all of the other slaves. Remember back in Medusa's Sanctuary, Chapter 5, how we learned about the Mama Wata statue and the Oda at the Temple of the Pythons? Now some African evangelicals spread the fear that Mama Wada adoration will lead people down the wrong path. In the Guyanas, European outlawed Mama Wada in part because she was telling the enslaved people not to work for the enslavers. Mama Wada was protecting her children. Today, their descendants in the Afro Sudanese group Black Harmony proudly sing her praise in the song Watra Mama. Band member Orlando Cedar translates the lyrics excuse me, into English as Water Mama, we are calling you. We are standing here beautiful by the sea and want your permission to cross it. Ayarwada, hear us now, your beautiful self. Nana Baira, come and show your powers. Nana, oh, it's probably Nana, not Nana. Nana Barinaya is another name for Watra Mama in the Surinamese African derived religion Winti. Mama water is so powerful that her energy spreads globally. People tend to merge or collapse the water spirit stories of their local into her story. Mama water spirits can be any gender, with their surnames Watra Papa, although most of them are often women. Mama Wada's reputation is multifaceted because when you hear about her, you are hearing many different energies. Currently, there are so many stories of mermaid water mama sightings that even capture in Guyana that country was featured on the River Monsters on Animal Planet. River Monsters? I've never heard of that. My sister, good morning. Yeah, no, so I was just. What was I just doing? She had come up, but the card that we had pulled that would coincide with the book would be Queen Nefertiti. That would be more so. But I feel like I needed to read that. Let's see. 310. 310. That's crazy. 10 again. Everything I touch turns to gold. Alan Wasalan, daughter, you have turned everything thrown your way into gold. Your beauty is eternal, so is your life force. Live life fully, your joy and pleasure expand consciousness. Great Queen Nefertiti, keeper of mysteries, we see you, we say your name. Great of praises, this beautiful one has arrived. This is the meaning of her name. Nefertiti was a legendary queen who may have ruled as pharaoh over her husband's death. Her iconic bust has people centuries later proclaiming her beauty. She was a keeper of power who was considered a creator and defined as a sensual goddess. In ancient Egypt, royalty were regarded as gods and goddesses. Nefertiti led a spiritual revolution by convincing her husband, Pharaoh Amenhotep, to, as I think that's the fifth. I should probably work on my Roman numerals. To worship Aten, the sun god. Together they changed Egypt to the monotheistic region of Atenism. They even changed their names to Nefer Aten and Akayantin to close dark temple. I'm weak. Sorry, I skipped a line. To honor Aten, roofs were open, so Aten was worshipped in the sunlight instead of enclosed dark temples. Whereas Ra, the old sun god, was the personification of the sun, Aten was the actual sun. Aten means the visible sun itself. Nefertiti's holy temple choir most likely sang the great hymn to Aten. Your rays are in the midst of the sea, who makes the seeds grow in women, who creates people from sperm, who feeds the son in his mother's womb, who soothes him and still tears, nurse in the womb, giver of breath, nourished to all he made. When he comes from the womb to breathe, on the day of his birth, you open his mouth wide, you supply his needs. Like the sun, Queen Nefertiti represents divine power, sacred beauty, and the capacity for joy. She had lived during Egypt's wealthiest period. Opulence and pleasure were her domain. On her famous bust, her right eye is filled with quartz crystal. Is it? Sorry. I need glasses. I can't see shit. Okay. On her famous bust, her right eye is filled with a quartz crystal painted black and covered with beeswax. Her left eye remains a mystery. Nefertiti and her husband promoted Egyptian art, and they were very much in love. They were illustrated kissing and riding the same chariot. This was unusual, especially that she was always shown to be equal to the king. Nefertiti had 6 daughters, two who also became queens during her reign. She and her daughters had took the role of fertility, sexuality, and rebirth goddesses. The energy of rebirth is connected to the sun. Since 1924, Egypt has been waiting for the reparation of Nefertiti's famous bust by Germany. It was plundered and removed from Egypt without their knowledge. That's crazy. Give them their stuff back. Mmm. Work, 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 work. Okay, so clearly that's like the song of the day. Work, 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 work. Although we're not really messing with Drake, we still like Rihanna, so I'll still post it. A lot to process this morning. Have to sit, reflect, and get back. I appreciate everyone tuning in and everyone that was in the comments commenting. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Leave in the comments if you appreciated this, if you would like to see more. Well, I'm still probably going to do more regardless if you want to see more. That sounds really bad. I should probably reword that. Let me know if you appreciated it. I still, I feel like I need to do this for myself. So if I am the only one doing this, I'll just be the only one doing this. I feel like everything that had happened this morning, that was just reaffirming that I just needed to still go forth. So I appreciate everyone that did tune in. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow for book club. Bye.